Have you ever heard someone say, stop overthinking it, just get started? If you've been researching the vending machine business, I guarantee you've heard that advice. It sounds inspiring. It sounds motivating. What if I told you that those three words probably have cost new vending machine entrepreneurs millions of dollars in bad decisions? Today I want to challenge one of the biggest myths in entrepreneurship, because the goal isn't to start a vending business. The goal is to build one that actually makes money. And there's a huge difference between the two. I understand why people say, just get started. They're trying to encourage action, because many people spend years talking about starting a business without ever doing anything. That's the real problem. But the solution isn't reckless action. The solution is intentional action. There's a quote I love: never confuse movement with progress. You can spend $10,000 this weekend. That doesn't mean your business moves forward. You can buy 3 vending machines tomorrow. That doesn't mean you've created income. Activity and progress are not the same thing. Unfortunately, social media often makes them look identical. I've watched countless people make almost the exact same mistakes. Someone watches a few YouTube videos. They become excited. Then they start shopping. Not for locations, for machines. They spend hours comparing manufacturers, card readers, touch screens, cooling systems, LED lighting, payment systems, custom wraps. They haven't secured a single location, but they're already spending money. That's backwards. The machine isn't the business. Psychologically, buying something feels productive. You feel committed. You feel like you've crossed the starting line. But here's the uncomfortable truth. A vending machine sitting in your garage isn't an asset. It's inventory waiting for purpose. Until it's generating cash flow, it's simply money tied up in equipment. The vending business doesn't reward ownership. It rewards placement. People ask me all the time, which vending machine should I buy? My answer usually surprises them. I tell them, I don't know, because I don't know your location. Just think about it. A machine inside a manufacturing plant is different from one in a hospital. A school has different needs than an apartment building. A fitness center has different buying habits than a senior community. Without knowing where the machine is going, how can anyone honestly recommend the right machine? The location answers nearly every important business question. Your location determines who buys, when they buy, what they buy, how often they buy, how much they spend, how frequently you'll restock, whether you need refrigeration, whether snacks or beverages perform better, whether card readers are essential, whether one machine is enough. That's why I teach location first, equipment second. Let's talk about social media for a minute. You'll see videos entitled, I bought 10 vending machines. I quit my job in 6 months. I made $50,000 a month. Those videos get attention. What you usually don't see, the locations that failed, machines removed, inventory that expired, repairs, chargebacks, poor contracts, cash flow problems. Every business has challenges, but challenges don't usually go viral. Success online often looks much cleaner than it actually is. Starting something is new and exciting, but excitement is expensive. I've seen people buy oversized machines because they looked impressive. Purchase expensive card readers before knowing whether customers even wanted them. Finance equipment before securing locations. Purchase hundreds of dollars of inventory that they'll never sell. Why? Because excitement convinced them that they were making progress. Emotion spends money. Discipline protects it. Here's something I think more entrepreneurs need to hear. Your first machine is not your retirement plan. It's your classroom. You're paying tuition. You're learning. You're learning customer behavior, inventory management, restocking schedules, maintenance, product mix, margins, cash flow, repairs. If you learn those lessons well, your second machine becomes smarter. Your third machine becomes much easier. Your fourth machine becomes more profitable. But if you rush into 10 machines, you multiply your mistakes. One profitable machine with a repeatable system is worth far more than 5 machines operating in chaos. System scale. Confusion does not. Before expanding, ask yourself, can I predict monthly sales? Do I know my margins? Do I know which products consistently sell? Can I estimate inventory needs? Can I confidently forecast profit? If not, you're probably not ready for another machine. One thing I notice online is this pressure to scale quickly. People think bigger automatically means better. Not necessarily. A business with 20 underperforming machines isn't better than a business with 3 highly profitable ones. Growth without control creates stress. Growth with systems creates freedom. There's a huge difference. People sometimes ask, what makes my approach different? It's actually very simple. I don't teach people to chase machines. I teach people to chase proof. Proof the location works. Proof that customers buy. Proof that margins are healthy. Proof that cash flow is predictable. Only after we have proof do we think about expansion, because the numbers should make the decision, not emotion. Instead of asking, what machine should I buy? Ask, where's the location? How many people are there? Who are the customers? When are they present? What do they already purchase? Is there existing competition? Can I reasonably estimate demand? Those questions will save you far more money than shopping for machines ever will. One phrase you'll hear me repeat often is this: control creates options. When you protect your capital, you have options. When you verify locations, you have options. When you expand responsibly, you have options. People think restraint slows you down. In reality, restraint often helps you grow faster because you're not constantly recovering from expensive mistakes. So if someone asked me, should I just get started? My answer would be, absolutely. But get started the right way. Start by researching locations. Start by learning customer behavior. Start by talking with property managers. Start by understanding the numbers. Start by validating demand. Start by making decisions that reduce risk instead of increasing it. That's real progress. The vending business isn't won by the entrepreneur who buys the most machines. It's won by the entrepreneur who consistently makes the best decisions. Remember, buying equipment is easy. Building reliable income takes discipline. If you focus on control instead of speed, numbers instead of hope, verification instead of assumptions, you'll give yourself a much better chance of building a vending business that lasts. If you're serious about starting a vending business, but you don't want to waste thousands of dollars making beginner mistakes, I created something to help. Download my free Control Start checklist at controlvending.com. It walks you through what you should and should not buy after you identified a viable location, so you can make decisions based on data instead of emotion. If you found this video valuable, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who's thinking about getting into vending. Until next time, remember, don't build your business on hope. Build it on numbers. And always remember, control creates options.